it's starting to dawn on some people that data science really is becoming more and more like software engineering. Do you see the roles like continuing to merge until we literally don't have data scientists anymore, or are things going to change in some different way?
I don't think you ever don't need a data scientist, because I think like anything with software engineering, so, let's say you use a database product, there's a certain scale, or there's a certain, when your demands get to a certain point, you need to know how databases work,
Yeah.
or you can even want to write your own database. And I think even if you're not, writing your own version of Postgres, like it's helpful to know under the hood what it's doing. I think computer science is a lot of picking layers of abstraction and using the one that's most useful and most appropriate, but knowing the layers beneath. Well, so I think there's a point at which you really do want to know the exact math behind some analysis you're doing. But I think there's just, there's like an 80-20 rule where 80% of the value you can get not really knowing under the hood how this particular implementation works, particularly with deep learning, I think, because a lot of what deep learning is trying to do is mimic a very like natural, intuitive thing that a human already knows how to do. So you have more intuition around if it's doing it correctly or not, versus if you're trying to use PCA to understand a larger data set, probably need to know what PCA is designed for and what it can and can't tell you. So I don't think data science is not going to exist, but I think this sort of way advances in machine learning become really impactful on society and on industry, then becoming part of the tool set that everybody that's already writing software.
Yeah. And so if you're either breaking into the field today, or you were, trying to focus on your skill development as a machine learning engineer, as a data scientist, would you focus on the software engineering side? Like, would that be the focus for you at this point?
On the best practices that surround making use of what's already out there. I would do a lot of, I would basically take the shortest path I could find through as many different styles and types of applied machine learning projects. I would build a GP2 model and have it write my emails for a week, or I would, I had a friend who was using Spell to, he had a camera above his door and he wanted to know when the UPS came. So he built a computer vision model based on those things. I mean, that is super valuable and is honestly a lot of times what companies are looking for.
Yeah.
Particularly startups. They just want to see that you've done something successful with these tools. They don't necessarily need you to be a, tenured faculty at Harvard.
Yeah, so focus on like implementation, easy to understand projects that deliver on a clear value proposition. Fair to say?
Exactly. And I would say also get used to looking at and being curious about data. I think just like, caring about like, how is this data collected? Where's the line of code that logs this, to this log file that I'm seeing elsewhere? What do these fields mean? There's nothing is going to work if you don't, care about the quality and the substance of your data.